Joe Stu in the building.
What's good, peoples?
Make them happen.
Invisible tongues.
Yeah, I'm just one member, but yeah, you part of Invisible Tongues too, man. You on campus.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll be cool with the squad.
Yeah, man. You part of the team, man. So anytime you want to remix or do a collab, let me know. Or
Okay.
You got a track.
Yeah.
You got a track that you want me on or one of us. So there's 5 core members of Invisible Tongues. So you know me, I do the lyrics, the spoken word, the djembe drum. I produce beats. Then we got Lash, he's the major producer in terms of, putting the beats together. But he also plays a keyboard, harmonica, congas, and a lot of other instruments. Then we got Dennis, D Love. He plays the bass guitar, regular guitar, electric guitar. He's got horns. But on our songs, you hear the bass and the electric guitar the most. So then we got Portia, who's a vocalist. All of us are songwriters.
Right.
And you know your skills. I know you produce beats and you got the freestyle and written content. So that's what we're gonna talk about, because I know some people like to use that word woke. I don't really subscribe to that. And it's interesting because I started the term, but I was using the word conscious, and the people were like, what's that mean? I was like, it's like you awake, you woke. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use woke.
Right.
And that junk just spread.
You talking that early 90s song, that early 90s AUC era.
Yep. Because we were in 5 Points. I mean, not 5 Points, West End. I don't even remember who I was talking to. It was a brother though. And he was asking me what kind of hip hop am I? I'm like, conscious hip hop. I didn't even use the word backpack.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't heard of that yet. I was like, conscious. He was like, what's that mean? You're awake. You're not just conscious, but you're aware of your surroundings. He ain't understand cognizant, or it wasn't cool.
Of course not back then.
He was like, woke. Yeah, woke.
He's like, yeah, whatever. But you know what though? It's such a bad word now, because it feels like judgment. You know what I mean? Like it's when you say conscious, like even the conscious rappers that you would put in that category, they don't like being categorized as that because it limits their record sales or notoriety or influence or whatever the case may be. But I think now that we're in the playlist era, you have a chance and an opportunity to get really specific with your audience. And there's obviously a need for it or a want for it. You know what I mean? But, that's a whole nother topic for another day.
True that. So, all right. We want to talk about your new project. I wanted to play the songs.
Yo, thank you so much for this too, bro.
Oh, hey, man. Listen, you welcome first, but simultaneously first, thank you for sharing, because number one, to provide the content. Number 2, the subject matter of the content. Number 3, you're doing it in an academic setting.
True. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that.
Yeah, and then 4, you're doing it on a primary school, elementary school level. 5, you're doing it with your family.
Yeah.
6, you're doing it with a rites of passage organization. 7, you a Black man in America.
Man, that's a lot of good points.
Yeah.
That's
and
a lot
all
of
of
good
them are
points.
simultaneous.
Yeah. It's a lot of intersections.
Yeah. And 8th, this is going to help both of us, because I just started a podcast. I officially started a podcast. This is my second run at it. I started it about 15 years ago. And 10 years ago.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into the specifics on here. I'll just say that it got 0 support that I thought. Nobody was following me on Twitter. Instagram wasn't really a thing yet. Facebook, nobody was really saying anything. But when I stopped, all of a sudden, all these people started following. I'm talking about television, nationwide newscasts, started following my Twitter. And it let me see that some of those TV personalities were using my sound bites in the news. And I thought they were just saying the same types of things that I was saying. But when they followed me, as soon as I made an official announcement that I was stopping the show, I'm like, oh, y'all was using my content. Got you. And that's happened in the past. Yeah, it's happened in the past, but now I'm officially doing it. It's going to be on iHeart. It's already on Spotify. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts. And so as long as this is successful, this will be the first video. You,
right?
Joe Stu.
Nice.
See, that's a big deal, right? You part of creation, and you've been creating. So this new project,
and right on time.
Exactly. So this first joint that you when I say okay, so you got a new project out. So I'm gonna let you describe it.
Cool. This new project is an EP called Across Waters. I collaborated with a producer from the UK by the name of Yeshen, Yeshen Beats. We met over SoundCloud. I was doing like a beat or a song a week, and he gave me a beat. He was like, "Yo, I really rock with the music." Reached out, we collabed, and after that initial run, I didn't really do any more music, but I took a break, and we'll get into why I took a break, later. But he just kept hitting me up with beats and was just like, "Yo, man, let's do something." So he finally decided. I finally, started writing a lot of stuff called Across Waters, and it's Across Waters because we were existing in two different continents, yet still on the same wavelength. So it was really good, man. We video chat, talk about the songs, where the direction was going to go, and it was really like a healing or like a purge for me, because a lot of the content and the music, like you said, I was actually going through. So it was very therapeutic. So this is like my offering for a lot of music that I'm going to be dropping just throughout. I've amassed a lot, but this is one of the first offerings, and Across Waters.
All right, Across Waters. So this is what I'm gonna do for the video. I'm gonna see if I can play a snippet of every song.
Okay, cool.
And then we could talk about it. Crashland is first, right?
Crashland is first. That's I'll explain Crashland. Crashland is like braggadocio rap, and a lot of Yeshen's beats challenged me. Like they really, I was trying to find like the groove in it, but I really like that as an artist, to just like, find and create that groove. And that was one of the things I did with Crashland. And it's a fun record on a very heavy beat. So that would be the best way to describe it.
All right, so let me see if I can make this happen, man. It's the first time I ever did this. So let's see what I can do here. Crashland.
Yeah. Check it. Yeah. He took the crown with African rebel units sniffing brown. Crazy with the flows. New cycle ward in town. Married to the hustle, but she couldn't fit the wedding gown. Four playing hula hoops. Trust me, I don't fuck around. In the building like staircases. Scared off with no rollerblades on stolen bases.
And the videos along with it too. Like I did all the videos. That was another thing. And I just basically made them like photo lyric videos. Like each word or each bar that I'm saying like kind of correlates to the image that's on the screen. So that was the first time I did something like that. And it was a effective and real creative way to get my videos out, because I know we're in a visual world, i.e. me being a visual artist. So that was another thing that was added to this EP.
Yeah. So I was listening, right? And I watched it. I watched the videos. I was like, this is like some futuristic Jay Dilla, like
I appreciate the comparison.
Yeah, it's like Yeshen created the beats that few people could rap to, and Dilla did that as well. And so the beats that nobody would accept, he would give them to Busta Rhymes. And then Busta Rhymes would craft his lyrics and content over that beat. And I'm thinking that's what you were doing. And you just kind of verified that.
Yeah, man, to be compared to those two greats, I'll take it. But yeah, that was definitely, the vibes with it.
All right, now I'm gonna tell you, the second song is the most popular right now on Apple.
Okay, cool.
It's called "Pray for Us."
Yeah.
Let us know about that.
So the story behind "Pray for Us," I have a cousin who just was released actually out of a 10-year bid, and that was one of our just exchanges. Throughout the years, we kind of kept in contact. I'm not even going front, but I kind of relate to that in the song. But it was just a kind of reality check. We recently got up, and it was something that it was, interesting to see how life had changed us both. And that record is definitely, in the same vein of One Love by Nas, but it also, for me, it was just speaking about like, all right, well, where does this put me? Like, where do I sit in this relationship with dealing with a family member who's incarcerated? And it was a humbling experience, and it was a lesson that I got that I felt it was needed for me to purge on wax.
To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, thank you for using T-Netix. You may start the conversation now.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeshen.
The court's cold-hearted. Arteries on freezer burn. The road's already curved to the point that you don't need to turn. Stay right. Fast life in the faster town when you need amphetamines just to calm your ass down. Dangerous to be a rapper. Debuts turn to dedication albums after. Because if you dead, then you tend to get better promotions. Stream your albums in the afterlife. Preying on your fans' emotions. Life's a roller.
Yeah,
I hope that answers your question.
It did, man. I said, yeah, this is a true story. You know how you hear rappers and you like, yeah, they capping, or this might be a true story, but the person rapping it didn't experience it.
Yeah. Nah, this was all facts, like straight up. Maybe a few embellishments here and there, but like for the most part, that's 95% true. You know what I mean? But shout out to him. He's back home. He's doing well. He's, making his life way, way, way better than where it was before. So, shout out to my cuz.
Shout out to you too for holding your focus, because I heard the song.
Yeah.
And like I was saying before, Black man in America, whether we call ourselves Black or not, that's how we're looked at.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever decision we make, for whatever reason, all the other people looking at is what we're actually doing. Mm-hmm. So you holding the focus, sticking to the books. That's like my song, School of Hard Knocks. That's how I related to it.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
All right, we got your third track, Stargazing.
Stargazing. That is that's just a bar that, like it says in the intro, 120 on a school night. Trying to find space and time to record has been as much of a challenge as just, just making the raps himself. You know what I mean? So it's it was an opportunity, and it was like, yo, I'm gonna just do this, and it was just the feeling alone with it. And I think I had the most fun making the video for it. Like the video for it, kind of matching the bars and stuff like that. That was probably the most fun part for me. But yeah, stargazing.
1:20 on a school night, and so be it. Stargazing, my vision's so serious, B. Doubting me can't be serious, B. Seriously, even Siri be respecting me, B. Last name should be Elmer's, the way she tend to stick to the D. They want they cornerbacks, ain't no NFL league. They catch on your back, that's word to Drew Brees. Bullet in the rock that you stuck in between. Hunt hard to stay ahead when you trapped in the guillotine.
Yeah, you was using the stock footage and black and white movies. I was like, okay, this is definitely creative. And I was like, who did the video? Like, who found all of these little snippets?
Yeah, I did all that.
You was searching online, man. You was searching.
You know what it was?
You was searching. I was like, yo, somebody put in some work. I don't know if people really appreciate it.
Nah. Unless you know what it takes. And trust me, I was multitasking. At the same time, life is still going on. Yeah. So it's not like, but thanks to this trusty device here, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That makes a world of a difference. So I can't even be mad at it.
Most definitely. All right, we got Home. Home is next. What's up with that?
Yo, so Home dealt with mental health issues. Another close friend of the family that I know is bipolar. And, you never know again what it's like to, deal with it, you know what I mean? Or to be one who is diagnosed as that way. And it was my attempt to represent that based off, going through a few episodes with that person. And on the first verse, it was more so just like my perspective into the situation, like looking at it from the outside in as one who loves this person, but at the same time doesn't know what to offer. You know what I mean? Like in one of the bars, it was like, I ain't gonna lie and say I know what he feels inside. I don't know. You know what I mean? I can only assume. So it was, again, my humble attempt to purge a lot of those emotions, a lot of those feelings, a lot of that retrospect into a song.
He didn't know how to control it. The mood swings would be explosive. Manic in a state where you feel lows but see highs. And I can see the woes in his eyes, cause the side effects of the medication ain't worth the lies. At least I ain't gotta live in the disguise, he surmised. I sat back aside, quiet, cause I ain't gonna lie and say I know how he feels inside.
Thank you, God, for Yeshen for allowing me to do that.
So his beats pulled this out of you, or did you already have things you wanted to write about?
I already had things I wanted to write about, but I wrote to those songs. And that was, and you know this from being a producer, but like when it's different to rap over your own beats. I think David Banner says that a lot too. Like he's like, it's different, you know what I mean? Because in one vein, you might not make a beat for you to rap over, or it might just be for the rhythm of it, you know what I mean? For whatever reason. But it's refreshing to get a slew of beats and just be in MC mode or songwriter mode. And that's what Yeshen's production allowed me to do.
That's dope that you describe it that way, because my last album was like that. My latest album, I got other people's beats. I made 2.5 of them on my own.
Right.
But I was like, it's gonna take me too long to produce something that I like and then write a song. Like I don't know what I'm gonna feel.
Yeah.
And I had some things I wanted to say.
Indeed. And sometimes like just getting a fresh palette, that's the best thing. Cause like when you first hear a beat, as opposed to you making the beat, like you're hearing it all along, You know what I mean? And sometimes sometimes I can use that, right side and left side of the brain at the same time. I have another EP coming out after this called Indeed, where it's just all my production. So that's definitely an example of that. But yeah, like I said, it can be challenging.
Yeah, you helping me understand my process better by you talking about yours. And now you got to cross waters, which is the title of the EP. So let me know about that.
Just free thought, Ron. Just free thought. Like get in front of the microphone, speak, and see what come out. More of a I would say a structured freestyle. I knew what I was going to say, but I didn't know how I was going to say it. And again, I had the space to do that. There was a lot of space for me to move around and do that. So, and I like being quirky with music. I like quirky music in my personal taste. So, it kind of reflects in the music I give out too.
Colorblind on the zebra hunt, flow water meter pump, tension in the air, stay thicker than the cedar trunk. Need to pump brakes, no matter how long Meineke takes. In the VR world, I'm counterfeit the fake. That's true still, so why ask why when the burial be X and RIP DMX?
Yeah, this is definitely an introspective EP. And I'm liking what I'm hearing with other people. Like Kendrick Lamar has some songs on similar subject matter.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's like we need people to sit down on the subway, on the bus, in the airplane, in your car, and just play something that's introspective instead of something that's just going to get you to shake your ass or
right.
Sing a little jingle. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely something you got to be in the headspace to hear. Once you're there, like you say, it's across waters. It just opens up. If you ever flown overseas and you just all that time over water, you're like,
right, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Joe.
Exactly, you got it. I'm glad that it came across that way.
Bruh, I didn't know if I was gonna get boom bap. I didn't know if I was gonna get the currency, the Black History. I didn't know what I was gonna get. And so when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. Like it was cool because I know you're a professor, right? Congratulations.
Shout out Clark Atlanta University.
Yeah, congratulations on that. And I know some of your personal endeavors while you were going through that process. And
indeed,
I'm sure you had a hand in those hip hop questions for the Baba and Umi exams.
A little bit.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about you. Yeah. All of that's good stuff, man. Like, so you hear what I'm saying, everybody listening, you hear what I'm saying about this young man, right? And he's done a lot. And we haven't really touched on everything, but I've made references to it in those 7 bullet points. And number 8 being helping me. Like helping me is helping him. There's a saying, in Lakesh Alakim, which is Mayan, which comes from the Omex, which came from the Dogon, which means I'm another you, you are another me. So it's even here when in the negative space. He a little bit darker, I'm a little bit lighter. Right?
But it's balanced out.
Yeah. There's a continuum, right? And all of us are stars. So there's a lot of darkness in the sky. That's why I wore this shirt. I didn't actually put this on thinking about that, but this says stars cannot exist without darkness.
Facts.
So there's a lot of darkness. Yeah.
Shout out to the melanin.
So we emit the light, we absorb the light, we can reprocess it and emit it again and shine something totally new. And so I like the fact that you invented a new portion of your own discography with this EP. So I definitely want to urge people, if you like anything you heard, don't just listen to it on YouTube. If you pay for a subscription on a streaming platform, go ahead and stream it.
Shout out DistroKid.
Yeah, DistroKid.
Oh, you can hit that Bandcamp. Hit that Bandcamp at Joe Stu.
Yeah, that
JoEstu. You know, so we definitely love that support.
Spell it again.
JoEstu. Just look that up, and Bandcamp will be there. I'm also under Chitope Records now. So CHITOPE for Bandcamp as well. So please hit both of those up, or just check your streaming service, because you know DistroKid is the love wave. But yeah, definitely all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah, man. Healthy bag of chips.
Healthy bag, veggie chips.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. So is there anything you want to share with me or with everybody else?
Yeah, man. As far as the hip hop class, I'm teaching intro to hip hop studies at Clark Atlanta University this semester and next semester. I'm working with Mickey Fax, creating curriculum, especially through Pendulum Inc. So that's really good. You know, we just, you know, working out some things, pushing this hip hop academic landscape just further and further. And it's time that needs to happen. Hip hop is turning 50, so it's, you know, it's that time. We need to canonize and really, you know, step up that weight in hip hop academia. Next, yeah, shout out to Cultural Currency. That's the visual art series that I do, where I take African American civil rights leaders, put them on dollar bills. We're working on an app now for my students. So an education app will be produced in soon time come. And lastly, check out Across Waters. You know what it is. Shout out to Yeshen.
Yeah, he still got that New York. You know what it is.
It's sprinkled with a little A. It's sprinkled with a little A. Because, you know what I'm saying?
You've been here a long time now.
I've been here a long time. So, you know, it's just as much the Atlanta as it is the New York. But New York will always be home. Shout out to PX.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's good. And I appreciate you pulling up and even wanting to be here. And bruh, so this is gonna be on Spotify.
Okay.
Right. So it's gonna have I'm gonna introduce the song like we did. I'm gonna play the song.
Right.
And it's gonna come back. You're gonna, you know, break it down. That's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
And the video portion, hopefully I can get that on Amazon. Amazon's got video. Spotify has video. But we shall see. I'm basically doing everything Joe Bud's doing. Like, I'm on Amazon's platform called AMP.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. He's curating that or something like that, right?
He's one of the curators. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is on there.
Oh, okay.
Pusha T has a show. And I'm sure they have a lucrative contract. So
that's an app?
Yeah, it's an app. Now, the thing about AMP, I have to check and see if your songs are on there. They probably are, because it's new. AMP, you do not need a streaming platform. You don't have to have Amazon Music. You don't have to have Amazon Prime. All you have to have is an Amazon account, where you just, like you ordering a book.
Okay, cool.
You don't even have to order anything if you just have an account. I think that's how they're trying to take over the world, is just get an account with them. Then they can know what kind of music you listen to based on the show.
Is it a subscription?
Nope.
It's free?
Yeah, it's free. You got to listen to the show is the thing.
Okay, so you have to listen to the show in its entirety in order for it to be free.
Yeah, no. Like, the only way you're going to hear any music is if you click on somebody that's broadcast.
Got you.
So AMP is definitely trying to get people to stay on the app, have people provide content. And so, because maybe, I don't really know why they did it, I have my own reasoning, but I'm happy that they made me the staff pick of the week, and they emailed my show to everybody in their platform.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was last month on my birthday month. So I'm like, okay.
Happy
nice
belated too.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's a nice little birthday gift. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was like, okay. And people were pulling up. Some names were dropped. Somebody said Caitlyn Jenner was listening and they about to go see Kanye. I was like, who, what?
Okay.
And then she hung up. I'm like, okay. Don't know if it was for real, but she did sound like.
Hey, that sounds real enough for me.
Yeah, she sounded like she was not capping. So I'm like, okay, we'll see. I was the staff pick of the week, so you never know.
Yeah, man, like you need to keep doing the broadcasting thing. I think it's definitely your lane.
All right, I appreciate that.
It's definitely one of your lanes.
So what about it? You know, do you see me? What's good? What am I good at?
The innovation, just because I would have never, even though we're into the same stuff, I would have never guessed to go in this route. But I also your knowledge base of it. You know what I mean? Like what you're doing. You know what I mean? I could tell, like, all right, you're still in the process of growing, but at the same time, the info front and back. All you need now is a team.
Bruh, you telling me. I'm looking for some money just so I can fund.
You need a team. Get a grant. Do something like linked with education, get a grant, and then run that. And we can talk, you know what I'm saying? Because you just got to be around the right circles, get a grant, fund that, and get a team for like a year. You know what I'm saying? Just hire a virtual assistant, get you an engineer, like, somebody could do your design and social media and stuff like that. You'd be all right.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
are the
about
right
the
person
team.
to talk to about that. We could definitely discuss that. I appreciate you offering, giving me that insight. So yeah, I definitely take you up on it.
That's how I've been funding a lot of stuff. It's just through grants.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a grant writer too.
I didn't know that. So let me apologize for even offering that.
No. I need some assistance.
Your history.
I don't have a 501c3.
Okay.
And getting individual grants is a much different process than 501c3. So yeah, definitely. I want to hear what you got, man, and we could, do something else and build.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for real.
All right, my brother. Well, Zoom did tell me time is up. So
yeah, it did. All right, so yo, man, I'm gonna log out, but yo, send me the everything once you're done with it.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
All right, appreciate you, fam.
All right, man. Stay strong. One love. Joe Stu, everybody, check him out. He got other works too. This is not his only work.
Indeed.
So we got you.
All right.
All right, my brother.
Allah.
Peace.